Am I the a-hole for not letting my ex take our kids to out of state to go visit their grandfather who is in poor health? My ex-husband and I divorced 4 years ago. We have two kids, 10 and 8. We had split custody for 2 years, but I was offered a promotion that would require a move a couple years ago, and I filed a petition in court to grant me primary custody so that I could take my kids with me to my new location. The judge granted me that. I moved about 6 hours away from where my ex lived. Last year, he moved closer to us and currently lives about an hour away. He filed a petition in court to go back to split custody, but our local courts are backed up and we haven't even had a hearing for it yet. He currently gets our kids one weekend a month, sometime on holidays, and a month during the summer. My ex's dad is in poor health and is currently in hospice care. My ex says he doesn't know how much time he has left. My ex wants to take our kids to go visit their grandpa before he passes, but their grandparents live in a different state that would require air travel. My ex wants to pull the kids out of school for a week so that they can spend time with their grandpa and not have to feel like everything is rushed and chaotic. I feel bad that his dad is dying, but I don't want him to take the kids out of school for this, let alone bring them halfway across the country. It's not that I don't trust him, but this whole idea seems very short-sighted to me. Not to mention that our current custody agreement requires him to have my permission to take the kids across state lines, since I have primary custody. I asked him if they could wait until Thanksgiving so that they could spend 3 to 4 days there without having to take the kids out of school. But my ex doesn't know if his dad will still be alive by then. I did tell him that I would give him permission to take the kids to see his dad if he didn't take them out of school at all, which means they would fly out on a Friday night, spend Saturday with his parents, and fly back on Sunday in time to get the kids back to me for their school on Monday. This would have to take place on his scheduled weekend with the kids. He says that's not enough time to spend any meaningful time together, and I told him that it's the best offer I can do and that a short visit is still better than no visit at all. I also didn't really feel comfortable with the idea that his dad could literally die in front of my kids. That would be horribly traumatic for them, and I don't want to risk that kind of thing happening. My ex is now practically begging me to let him do this, but when I refused and told him that the weekend trip is my final offer, he got upset with me. He started ranting about how I already took his kids away from him once, and I'm being a callous B word. I told him to be careful before he says something that I could use against him in court, and that he should be grateful I'm even entertaining the idea of taking the kids for a weekend. Am I the a-hole?